Covering nearly 2,000 miles, the stretch between the U.S. and Mexico stands as one of the most controversial projects in American history and has become the most expensive wall in the world. And now more than ever, it is being used as a powerful tool for politicians to advance their own political agendas.
We will build the wall. We've already started planning. It will be built.
What I can assure you is that Mexico will not, will never, will ever pay for that wall.
We're not doing a wall. So that's it.
For some, it serves as a clear message saying you are unwelcome, while for others, it represents a gateway to a better future, a dangerous risk worth taking. So, how did this long-standing monument come to be the symbol of division it is today? And what effect has it actually had on immigration? The U.S. Mexico border wall is a project that has spanned decades and administrations. Yet billions of dollars later, the infamous wall isn't even close to being finished.
15 miles east of Nogales, Arizona, this is as far as the border wall construction got.
President Biden's budget for 2024 is calling for about $25 billion for CBP and ICE, hundreds of millions more than the year prior. For comparison, that's more than 5 times the amount of money designated to clean energy across the country to help cut down on energy bills for families, and more than 13 times the amount of money dedicated to support environmental justice for communities impacted by pollution and climate change. So where is all this money going? Well, just look at their technology. Raid towers, surveillance cameras, boats, helicopters, drones, dogs. Border Patrol is fully equipped with the latest technology to police the border. They even have used a blimp. But is all this money and resources actually making an impact on immigration? To answer that question, let's first take a look at how the border wall even came to be. In 1911, the very first federally funded border fence was completed. The purpose? Cattle. Due to the looming threat of cattle tick disease among ranchers, the fence was installed to prevent Mexican cattle from crossing over to the US. Then the focus shifted to humans, but the actual wall would come much later. After a long history of border concerns, including a significant increase in immigration due to the Mexican Revolution, a US-created guest worker program known as the Bracero program, and the termination of it, coupled with the rise in drug trafficking, a new border wall was put into place. In 1993, President Bill Clinton initiated the first iteration of a border wall that aimed at curbing illegal immigration by proposing the construction of a 14-mile, 3-layer fence between San Diego and Tijuana.
Today we send a strong and clear message. We will make it tougher for illegal aliens to get into our country.
Then, in 1994, he launched Operation Gatekeeper, a large-scale effort to militarize border communities by constructing walls and fences, and increasing Border Patrol presence and technology, trends that continue to this day. The operation marked a turning point in the history of the U.S. Mexico border. However, it did not completely deter migrants, but rather shifted their routes, leading them to more dangerous terrains and a significant rise in deaths. After the terrorist attacks in 2001, securing the U.S.-Mexico border became a national priority, and the Bush administration saw cracking down on immigration as a way to tackle terrorism.
We must know who's coming into our country and why they're coming. We must know what our visitors are doing and when they leave.
In 2006, Bush signed the Secure Fence Act, approving 700 miles of reinforced fencing and completing over 500 miles by the end of his term and apprehending more than 8 million people entering the U.S. illegally. President Obama then added about 130 more miles of border wall, boosted Border Patrol funding, and set a record for deporting more people than any previous president. Trump, despite talking a big game about a wall,
We will have the wall, and Mexico will pay for the wall.
built just a fraction of what he promised and never got Mexico to pay for it. But according to the White House, illegal crossings fell over 87% where the wall was constructed. Now Biden is set to add 20 more miles of border wall. While some of these tactics did deter some people, it didn't stop migrants from coming altogether, because crises in other countries, such as violence, economic instability, and political corruption, often life-threatening situations, leave many with few alternatives.
Y no tenga cómo ayudarlo, y que tenga su familia y lo tenga todo agarrado, y le ponga una pistola aquí en la cabeza, pero ¿cómo hace usted para ayudar a su familia, a sus nietos, a sus hijos?
So, does building a wall work? Law enforcement members argue that it's effective, serving as a physical barrier that increases response time and is crucial for border security strategy. Critics, however, say that it's not the solution, pointing out its high construction and repair costs. So, no matter which side of the wall debate you find yourself on, it's clear that the U.S. Mexico border wall is more than just a physical barrier. It's a complex story of history, politics, and its impact on the lives of many. The border is facing an immigration crisis, and the need for an effective immigration policy is more urgent now than ever.